Well, hello everyone. Trying to get better at saying that every time. But we're out here today with the TN Provo, the Keiryu rod. It's a pretty dang good rod. I actually love it and love to use it a lot. 16 foot, 8.5 on the RFI. But that RFI aside, it's got a fast action and it actually has a great backbone to it. This rod can handle a lot of different fish, and it can also handle a lot of different styles of fishing, which is why today, instead of throwing flies around or anything, we're going to be using some bait, and we're going to be fishing this ditch back here. It's kind of hard to see. Here's part of it. Whenever the water gets higher, the water runs down through this area and goes out that way. But we're going to be working around in here today, seeing what we can find and using some bait. So hang on for this adventure. Hopefully we'll end up with something. Hopefully the weather and everything else puts up with us. Let's do it. Well, my back was a little sore this morning, and I just took a step off the bank over there and didn't know it was muddy. Made my back a little more sore. So we're gonna go ahead and make our way through this muck and mud. Lots of raccoon prints through here. And we're gonna get over there to where the channel's at and see what the fishing will look like. Looks pretty shallow on through this one section here. Pretty stagnant too. See some water skeeters. Heard a pop of a plastic jug behind me. I think I'm gonna try to follow this person's foot tracks and go over to that shore. Hopefully this stuff isn't quicksand. Well, that one section, well, it was crystal clear till I just walked through it, but it's not quite that good smelling. It smells like a car wash. Not a kibosh, a car wash. There's a deep little pocket right there. I am not seeing anything in there though, except for that fire extinguisher. Pretty dark colored. Another little eddy pool, stick in it. Kind of runs and goes this direction. It's staying pretty clear, pretty shallow. I might not be able to even fish this today. Might not be able to. I had ducks sitting over here. I am not seeing anything in here at all. Strange. There used to be a bunch of beavers down here that would create beaver dams, and it would raise the water level in here and make it really nice. But now they're all gone. They've the city had them eradicated out of the area, and now they want the beavers back. But then here we are in this creek. I'm gonna have to go up river on it here. I don't know, we'll see where we end up and see if we can find something. Well, as I was standing there talking to one of my buddies, straight up this little canal there, right where the water gets clear, there's a lot of fish activity happening. So I'm gonna get my rod rigged up, get a hook on there, and make my way up there and see if we can actually catch something that's in there swimming around. It's probably not the right leader for this rod, but we're gonna give it a try anyways. I know it's probably topped out in like 4X or something like that, but the lengthwise is what I'm referring to. I'm just not sure if the length is the right length. 16 foot rod, this might be a 12 foot leader. So we'll see once we get the whole puppy scoped out. Let's see if we can find one to make it even at the right length. I can't even remember what I'm talking about. I'm all over the page. Let's get this puppy telescoped out real quick, and we'll see how much leader and line we're actually working with. Actually, it looks like we're working with about 17 foot. Yeah, right around 17 foot. So my hook today, I didn't bring any small ones because all they have is huge worms. I have these Nkwa U302 size 8s, and they're barbed. I'm just gonna go ahead and slip this puppy on here. It's probably too big of a hook for this situation, but the thing is, it's the right size for the worms that I have. So if I had smaller worms, I would have got smaller hooks this morning before leaving the house. Once I get this tied, I'll show you guys the world's most expensive container of worms. Got this Yeti brand can of worms thing here. It came in a koozie somebody gave me for Christmas one year. I don't really know how I'm supposed to get the worm out of there. There's a few of them in there. I think they're all down on the bottom. Probably having the times of their lives down there hiding from me. Come on, all we need is one of them big suckers come up out of there. You think we just get in there with the pinchers and we just pull one up? Just gonna go ahead and pinch off the chunk. I don't think I need a whole worm here for this situation that we're in. But it's a pretty cool can though. For a long time I just used it for sunflower seeds. But at this point in time in its life, it's been pretty dirty. So I'm just gonna commit it to using it for worms. There we got our little piece of worm on the hook. And I feel like I should put a bobber or something up on here. I got a pretty small one of these indicators for fly fishing. I'm gonna guess that water's probably not going to be very deep, like 8-10 inches or so. So I'm just going to put this on there about 8 or 10 inches up above my hook, set up just like that, and we're going to walk on over there and see if we can negotiate our way to where those fish are having the time of their lives. Oh, I'll tell you what, that water smells extremely appetizing. Like kind of like the scent of a car wash. I guess that's the easiest way for me to describe it, because it does not smell very great. It's kind of fragrant would be another way to put it. The closer I get, the more stagnant this looks. I'm just gonna take and flip it up there. Way further than I needed to. We'll just work our way back to us with it. Watching that nice orange little indicator. There we go. Ooh, what do we got? Oh yeah, look at that. That is a beautiful rainbow trout. We got the worm way up here. Off the hook. Off the hook. Little fella. So dry. Get back in there later. Like a little missile. Right there. Now I'm all hung up in the sunflower bushes here. Got my rig all sticked. Stick it up. Okay. I think this might be the last time I'm baiting up with some fresh crawler on here. We've really been making our way around today, hitting a few areas, and just nothing's been real productive. So we're gonna try a little harder. We're gonna go out towards these rocks here in front of us with our chunk of crawler below an indicator. See if we can find some fish sitting back in this other area that hopefully not very many people hit. Tried to be sneaky about getting out there. And my boots, didn't bring the waders today. Water's shallow, only need boots. I'm gonna go ahead and get this in there before I get any closer. About like that. Oh, that's poor. Super poor. Needs to be out further. There you go. And right through that section maybe. Well, the freaking thing just went right into a whirlpool there. There's fish. That's a nice one. Oh yeah. There's fish. That's a nice one. Oh yeah. Just keep it pinned here. Come on, big boy. Looks like a big boy. That's a good fish right there. Good fish. Might be 19. Big fish. Look at that. Hooked up right in the front. 9, 18. Feisty and mean. Let's get it off the hook there. There's that beautiful worm that did the trick. His boots are made for fishing. Man, that's a nice fish. Really nice. Let's get our hands good and rinsed up, make sure there ain't nothing on them. All right, now easy there, big fish, easy. Look at the beautiful rainbow. Man, that's a nice one. Later, friend. Right back in there with all of its buddies. Let's see if we can get another one. Good old worm, same piece of worm on there right now that I just caught that fish on. We'll see if we can work through there with this. Boy, it's going super slow right there. Super slow. Yeah. There's a nice clean drift through there. That's what that was. On that same old worm. I'd love to see it twitch right there. There's no one. Nice. There's no one. Nice. Big one. Just gonna have to play this one for a minute. That's a nice fish. In the net. Oh boy. Seems to be anymore. Thing is, everybody wants to play with these fish for 20 minutes before they land them. I don't. The longer you play with them, the longer they have a chance to break you off. There we go. Off the hook. Jeez, that's a nice one. 12, almost 7, 19. We might take this one home today. It looks pretty. Pretty enough to eat. Let's do it. Let's get a look at this puppy. It's going home for lunch. Look at that. Real buttery and beautiful. Gonna be a great lunch fish. Gonna be a great one. Got it on a stringer in case anybody's wondering. Well, thank you guys for watching this video about using a Keiryu rod to throw some worms in a questionable ditch, and then a little bit of dipping in the river here to see if we can get something. Kind of short video, but you know, there's a lot of people out, and as I'm fishing, there's just people walking up and down the river looking for spots to fish. A lot of pressure, and not necessarily from these fish being caught, it's from these fish being pushed out of the areas that they're comfortable in. As in, they're sitting in one area and these people go stand directly in the middle of the area, or they're throwing big things in there and spooking them. So it's like an ongoing situation of pressure happening to these fish down here. So I was lucky to get something. So thank you guys for watching, liking and subscribing. If you want to see some more Keiryu action, check out my channel.